Hello, everyone. Today I am going to be walking through the event planner template in Google Sheets. If you have already purchased this template from my Etsy business, thank you so much for your order. I really appreciate you supporting my small business, and I hope this template is very helpful for you. But if you just stumbled across this video for the first time and you're looking for a template that could help you plan an event in the future, feel free to check out the link in the comments below. It'll link directly to my Etsy business. You can purchase it and then walk along together with us in this video. So when you open up your event planner in Google Sheets, this is going to be your home base, the first basically tab that appears on your screen. And it's just going to be walking you through the lay of the land of this Google Sheets template. So there's different sections at the bottom. You'll see the headings here are color coordinated. They match all of the tab colors at the bottom as well, which is really helpful. And it's going to walk you through every last detail of any type of event. Depending on the event that you are running, you might use all of these tabs at the bottom, or you might just use a handful of them, depending on what your event requires. But this is all encompassing a one-stop shop to have all of your event details in one place, which is really helpful. So just to start diving in at the bottom, the first tab is going to be your to-do list. This is really helpful because you can enter in just tasks that you want to complete on a daily or weekly basis, the due date, you can track progress, you can add in notes, and it's just really helpful to have everything in one place. The next tab is going to be coordination. This is basically going to be your vendor tab. You can type in contact information for any of your event vendors, and everything will be available for you in one place, which is very helpful. Then the next tab is going to be your event day schedule. This is really helpful to basically plan the time before, during, and after your event. You can customize these times. You'll kind of see that I have them typed in as every 30 minutes. Some people need a schedule for down to the 15-minute mark, and some people will go up to an hour or so. So feel free to customize all that, add in the detail about the task that you need to accomplish, and then any notes right here. Jumping basically to the budget, the finance section is down here as well. This is a really nice way to track all of the expenses for your event in one view. So this is going to be your budget estimator, but I'm going to hop over to the detailed budget as well. So you'll see as I scroll through all of these larger topics, these budget categories in orange here, are going to match your budget estimator over here. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a detailed budget and start listing out different things that are required for different aspects of your event. Feel free to rename these and customize it to work for you. You can add in your estimated budget as well as your actual budget when you are spending in these categories. Everything's going to roll over into this sheet. It's going to automatically calculate the percentage of your budget that you're spending. So right now, looks like we're putting a lot of weight into food and drinks, which I can't blame you. And then you're also going to be able to put in your total budget at the top, so you can easily track, are you on target for that, or are you going over your budget as well? The next section is going to be all around guests and seating and all of that. So the first view right here is going to be your guest list. Feel free to just type in, first name, last name, address, contact information for your guests, who they were invited by, if that's helpful to track. You can track invitations that were sent, response, any sort of communication, if they are attending, if they're bringing children, and then what type of event they're attending. So sometimes, if it's a wedding, there might be a rehearsal, if they were invited to that, and if they're going to that, you can track it. If not, you can skip it. And then details around the actual event are going to be last here. So if the event does serve food for each guest, you can track that in this section here. And then if the guest gave you any gifts, you can track that here as well. This is a sheet to be able to track your invitations. So once you have your guest list figured out, then you can also track how many invitations, programs, RSVPs, place cards, and you can track the vendors that you research for these invitations as well, all in this sheet, which is really helpful. This is a seating chart. So this is pretty cool. There's 26 tables on here, and you can track all of the people that you want to sit at each table. What's neat about this sheet is it automatically updates. So when you add in a person here, automatically updates your total guests here right at the top, which is very helpful. If you have a 200 guest max for your event, you're going to be able to see, okay, I don't have enough tables, or I need more tables, or there's too many guests. You can track it all in this sheet, which is nice. And then gifts. So this could be gifts that you are either giving to your attendees, or sometimes people customize this tab to track gifts that they receive from their attendees. Again, if it's a wedding or a birthday or something like that, where your guests are bringing you gifts as opposed to you giving your guests gifts, you can track all of that in one place, which is very nice. The venue. So this is going to be the event venue. This is very helpful when you're researching different venues. You can add in different contact information over here, but then what's also helpful is you can add in capacity, the number of hours that they're available, the cost of the room, cost per person, if food or drink, is included, what the minimum is. All of that is really helpful just to be able to compare and contrast. And the hotel tab is very similar. So if you are, basically allowing for accommodations, you can contact a couple different hotels and track everything right here. The next tab is going to be for your attire. So this is kind of fun. So this is going to be if you have to maybe order a dress or maybe order tuxes or anything along those lines, and you want to track a couple different vendors, costs, alterations, that type of stuff. You can track it right here. And then the next one kind of coincides with hair and makeup. So say in this case, it's a wedding. So I kind of built this in terms of a wedding, but you can customize this to any sort of event that you would need to get hair and makeup done for. And you can track different makeup artists or hairstylists all right here to see what works best for your budget. And then the next tab is going to be flowers. So if you want to track different florists or people who would do centerpieces, if it's not necessarily flowers, but you need centerpieces, you can track all of that right here. If you need bouquets for certain individuals, again, like a bride, or if you need, boutonnieres or anything along those lines, you can track all of that here. Now get into the good stuff. So this is going to be where you track food. So if you are researching maybe a couple different dessert options, bakeries, anything along those lines, you can track all of that here to see what works best for your budget. And then I also have a caterer sheet as well that you can track cost per person, minimums, maximums, all of that, which is really nice. If you are offering or hiring a photographer or a videographer for your event, you can research a couple different ones, their contact information. You can, again, if it's a wedding, you can add in that. If there's multiple photo sessions, you can do all of that and track it in this spreadsheet. And then same thing for the videographer, you can track all of that there as well. The last section here is going to be around entertainment. So this would be if you're hiring a DJ or maybe a magician or a string quartet or anything along those lines that you want to be able to track costs, hours, all of that, track it here. Then the last tab in this spreadsheet is going to be music. If you would like certain songs or artists or playlists to play before, during, or after the event, you can add in all of that right here. You can add in notes. That's really helpful. And you can either hand this to your band or your DJ, or you can handle it yourself if you're doing that as well. So that is the lay of the land for the Google Sheets event planner template. Again, thank you for tuning into this video. I hope it was really helpful for you, and I will see you in the next one.